Hi, this is Linda with Make It Now. I am going to be teaching you how to make this very simple apron. You can do all kinds of things to it to make it even better. You can add a pocket, you can add a trim across the top, you can change the color of this part of the tie string. And it ties in the back like that. And we're gonna make one of these right now. And all you need is 1 yard of material. That's right, just 1 yard of material. So let's get started. Okay, the first thing we need to do is get our supplies together. And like I said, you only need 1 yard of material. And I found this yard of material, and it's a little deer. It's just cotton. And then I also am going to embellish this apron a little bit. And we're going to use a contrast. I'm going to use this piece and I'm going to line it with a piece for my pocket. So let me show you how to make the pocket first. It's much easier than doing the rest at this point. So let's start with making the pocket. Now what's really neat about this is you can use any color you want. And I'm actually going to use some of this material to make the string part, let me show you, to make the string part of the apron. So the first thing you want to do is make a nice square pocket. Now I know that this size is the right size for the pattern that I have, and I have one of these little squares. I love this square. I'm just going to use it. And all I do is I draw with my pen. And you need to have a lining for the front part of it, okay? And so I'm just gonna draw all the way around, because this way it makes a nice square pocket. You can make it longer, you can make it shorter, but I'm just gonna make a complete square pocket. I'm gonna move this out of the, whoopsie, I need to make sure that I had it written up here. It looks like it didn't take. Okay, now to make sure it stays together, I'm gonna use pins in the corners. Cut about 1/4 of an inch all the way around. Not on this line, because that line is my sewing line. So I'm just going to cut it around here. I think you can see it up here and along the side. So then I take it to the machine, and what you want to do is you want to sew. I'm going to put 2 little dots here. I'm going to sew from this dot all the way down, all the way here, all the way across, all the way up, and I'm going to stop here because I need a place to turn it. Okay, and I'll be right back. So now we have this piece. I'm going to take out the pins. And I am going to trim these corners like this. Like this and like this. Because we want to have sharp corners for our apron pocket. And now I'm going to take this front and I'm going to push it inside out. Now, if you have really thin material, you can also put interfacing on it. And then sew the interfacing to the lining and then onto the front of the pocket. So I'm going to hit that corner really good. And this one, let me put my hand in there, it'll be easier. Poke it out. And in these corners. Okay, so now that I have this pocket, and I really like, I'm going to have it this way. So I'm going to take it to my ironing board and I'm just going to iron it. And I'm going to iron this inside, okay? I'm just going to iron it like that so that's nice and square. I'll be right back. And so what I'm going to do now is this little hole that's right here, I am simply going to sew across. This is going to be the top, so I'm going to sew across. You can actually do two if you like. You can add a ribbon here if you want to make it pretty. But I'm just going to sew it across one time. I'll be right back. Okay, so now you have this perfect pocket, perfect square. Okay, it's all ready to go. We are going to set it aside for right now. The next thing we're going to do is take our yard material and we're going to fold it. I'm just going to fold it in half, but not completely in half because you don't need the whole yard to make this apron. Okay, so you just fold it like this. And I have a pattern